Say hey, P.O. Welcome to From the Grassroots. Another alluring day here in the City of Roses. This surface illusion hides the truth here in P.O. This is how it looks, but this is how we feel. This is how it looks, but this is how we feel. This is how it looks, but this is how we feel.
Fuck you.
No outcry, no anger. We have been seduced, my friend, lulled into forgetting.
What you need to do, pull your pants up, take that rag off your head, and the necessary put on the Burger King and get a job. That's what you need to do.
What's wrong with you, man?
Come here. Come here. I want to show you something. I want to talk to you about a few things.
What you want to talk to me about, man?
I want to talk to you about the fact that I saw you with your boys on the corner the other day.
Well, what can I say? I got to make my money, you know what I'm saying? That's what I got to do.
That's not what you have to do. You don't have to do that.
Okay, well.
There's a lot of things that you have to do in this world, but that's not one of them.
What happened?
I think the first time someone I went to school with died was in 1988 when gangs first got here. I mean, they're killing each other over dogs, over jackets, by accident, over females. Somebody spit in somebody's female's face and they got shot.
No one knows what females go through as far as what they go through with guys that are in gangs. And they show unconditional love and they find out ways about the guys that no one will ever see and no one will ever know, or things happen and no one will ever believe that they happened. It's just things that they keep inside and things they live with. And that can really do a lot of things to a person, especially if you feel that you love someone. If you feel that you love them with all your heart, you worship the ground they walk on, that was meant for you, you would do nothing else. And then to have them taken away from you, it's like a confused world. You don't know what reality is.
My first personal response was to just, I'm not going to any more funerals. That's what I said, I don't care what happens, I'm not going to go to any more funerals. I'm tired of taking time off work. I'm tired of having to look through my yearbook and crossing off pictures. If we have a high school reunion, you know, who's going to be there? It's going to be all females.
Sung to sleep by consumer products we don't really want. And God knows consumer products we don't really need. Just talk to the females. They record the emotional memories of their ethnic group. My beloved, do you remember? It is right on the tip of our collective memory. What do you remember? The powers that be want you to forget your feeling of loss. That deep depression that exists here in P.O. That loss, that loneliness, that rage.
What you looking at? I hate your clothes, you fucking Mark. I hate your smell, your color, your life. Nigga, I hate you.
They want you to buy into the illusion that everything is okay because everything is green. Everywhere it's green.
It's like somebody pouring gasoline on a floor and you just pray that nobody comes by and lights a match. Well, the gasoline had been poured throughout this community because of economic disparities between this community and the rest of Portland, and because of a school system that didn't work, because of discrimination and racism. That's the social gasoline that had been poured on the floor. Gang activity that came into town was merely the spark that set it off in a way that it became visible.
But remember, this is how it looks. but this is how we feel. You know what I remember, do you? I remember those young black kids who were murdered at the hands of other young black kids.
The first person I knew from school to die in a gang-related death was only 12 years old. And since that first death, I've experienced over 20 deaths of my classmates. It was black-on-black crime in its lowest form, friend-on-friend crime. We all knew each other and went to school together. They all left me here, alone.
What happened? It's over. I'm done. I'm not alone. I know this place. I feel this pain, the anger of the invisible, the pain of those ignored, the souls. Listen, I can hear. My soul cries out for recognition, and you can hear us on the wind. I'm not afraid anymore. What happened?
When my friend passed away, I lost my spirit. My whole spirit out of my body is just gone. I can continue with life and get up and go to school and get dressed and do other things that other people do that look normal. But as far as my spirit, if I believe in myself, if I really, truly love myself or ever really feel that I could love someone, I don't feel that it's there. I don't feel that inside my soul is a happy soul because I don't feel I have no spirit anymore because he's not here.
I wanted to die too. Why did God take them and not me? I don't feel I have anything to live for. Everybody I love is dead. I never thought I'd be ready to die at the age of 19.
From 1987 to 1997, remember that decade of pain? Those summers of death. We lived through season after season of loss, and no one cared. Our teenagers were not going to summer school, they were going to funerals, and no one cared. No one but us missed those black boys and girls. They were just a fly in the buttermilk called Portland.
Oh, I just know so many kids who have died. I know I've known kids who I knew their mothers. I knew when they were conceived and the mothers was walking around that no longer is with us. Didn't grow up as a bad kid. Just somewhere on the way, that baby got caught. I've gone to so many funerals until I don't even go to funerals no more. Because it is sad. Because you see, we never thought about the fact we got two families that's hurt. The killer and the victim. You know, and nobody ever go to the killer's family to say to that mother who maybe never wanted her child to shoot anyone and say, I'm sorry. I am really sorry that that happened.
Those children who were invisible to the glitter of the street life. They were consumed by hate. Wanting to be a thug, claiming the thug life.
I hate. I hate me.
Check this out. They were just going through a life phase that they were never able to evolve out of because they got stuck in it and they died.
What happened?
Look at all the tulips. Wouldn't you like to own a tulip one day? Or just own the land where a tulip could grow? Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you? Yeah, okay. You need to look around you. You need to open your eyes. I need you to open your eyes. I need you to be here for me.
It started out with the women who were involved in who were on welfare. It started out with people who were had HUD housing or Section 8 housing. And only saying that is because those women who needed some kind of financial assistance and were in a situation where they needed help, not only with their young kids, but they needed help emotionally, and they needed support emotionally. They needed lots of support financially. And these guys knew it. These guys coming up from California knew that. So they targeted in on these particular women, young women with babies living in Section 8, and said, hey, I'll pay you so much money if you let me stay here. The other segment of the community was elderly people. They also needed that additional financial stability, and that's what they offered. They came in and said, hey, I pay you so much money, you allow me to stay here, can I rent a room from you? I'll pay you a couple $100 a week. They stay there. Within a week time, they're dealing dope out of their house.
When 15 Hood started, we started it because we didn't want to get ran over. We weren't going to let California people just take over our home, which we thought, since blacks mostly follow anyway, we thought that everybody in Portland just about would follow the same, the same as we will. When people started getting killed, it was just out of hand, It just got really out of hand.
People were experiencing drug houses that got set up, and then there'd be more burglaries in the neighborhood. There were some more assaults, and there were purse snatches, robberies, that kind of thing, if people were real frantic, some addicts. And so the fear level went up for a lot of neighborhood people.
Mass shootings seem to preoccupy the dominant culture. But to little people in urban areas, we believe in the little corners of our heart that this implosion of white youth is just a case of chickens coming home to roost. Our country created the conditions of violence for us, but they got their hands dirty too. These children who passed our way, here today, gone today. They did not leave a will. There are no obituaries, just sunrise, sunset. There will be no open in the event of my death. If you look hard enough, you can still see these young men, here today, gone today. I wonder what these young men thought of at their moment of death.
I remember this place. I remember every word, every thought, every action. I feel every emotion. I'm not alone. I see beyond the universe. I know things. Mysteries are solved. This moment, my moment. I'm not cursed. I'm not evil. I have joy and greatness in me. I know this. Now is not my time.
It's been years since I thought about him. I finally stopped going to see him at the cemetery about 8 years ago, and I haven't really thought about him since. See, you push the hurt down harder and further until it's gone, or you think it's gone. It's not. It starts to surface. It starts to mess with your mind until you feel like the past is here, right now. And I see ghosts. The landscape looks different. See that building over there? That's where we used to kick it. We drank 40s. I wasn't no girly drinker either. I was right there with the fellas throwing down some brew. Now it's a Starbucks. Being young and black in the late 80s and early 90s meant being in a gang. But I am 27 years old now. My gang banging time is like a bad dream. So many bad memories. How did I survive? How did I get out of the madness? I had a baby. Giving life helped save my life. I am not gonna let this town or this world forget about my pain. You never get over the pain of seeing your classmates fall at the hand of another classmate. My first love went from a happy 8th grader to a cold-blooded killer and died before he reached 21 years of age.
I want you around. I want you around for a long time. Do you understand that? For us. This would be nice if this could be us. This yard, this house. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You need to care about yourself, not about your boys, not about any of that, but just realize the fact is, you're not gonna be here forever. And the limited time that you have, you need to make the most of.
No matter where I go, you will always be with me.
I wonder what these young men thought of at their moment of death.
This moment is yesterday. This moment is today. This moment is forever. I have been here before, and I will be here again. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back.